Hi Homeworthy, I'm Champagne and this is my cat Pony. And welcome to our Hollywood Hills penthouse apartment.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story. Like and subscribe for more.
Hi, my name is Champagne Dubois and we're currently in my Hollywood Hills penthouse apartment. I would describe my apartment to be very eclectic, colorful, and abstract. Before I moved in, all the walls were white, everything was very bare, minimal. Of course, there was no furniture, and I took it upon myself to just put color all over the place. We painted murals. We have this large checkered mural in the living room. There's a large circle mural behind me. We just added color to the walls because we rent the space, so there's not really anything permanent that we can add to the space other than furniture and paints. I believe my apartment is somewhere around 2,000 square feet. I'm not totally sure, but it is a very large apartment. It's a 2-bath, 3-bedroom. We have a large kitchen, a full dining room, an extra large living room, and we have 2 patios. So we have quite a bit of space here. My new career started during COVID when I was locked in my apartment, as we all were, and I just needed a way to, I don't know, just color my world and add light and positivity. And also give myself something to do because I was bored out of my mind and just dealing with the uncertainty of the world. So I started just painting, and it felt so good to have color surrounding my space. So when I moved into this new apartment, I wanted the whole vision to just incorporate color everywhere that I could. Welcome to the living room. It is extra large, as you can tell. Moving into this apartment was a little bit difficult because previously I just had a 1-bedroom apartment, and when we moved in, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like triple the amount of space. How am I gonna fill this whole apartment with furniture? So it took a while, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. We have our large Joybird velvet modular couch. I love velvet because it's easy to clean up if you have pets. And when we started designing the apartment in the living room, we knew we really wanted to have green and blue hues. And I've just been obsessed with checkered. I don't know why, I've just been overly obsessed with it over the last couple years. So we made a giant checkered mural, and I thought it would be really cool to also play into that checkered and mixed matched color scheme with the couch, and that's why we custom designed this couch to have green and blue hues. So I thought, because there's so much going on in this room, I wanted a little bit of toned downness to kind of match or to complement the space. So I actually made this piece by hand myself. I had this giant canvas and I used plaster and white paint to create this textured art piece. And then my lovely boyfriend, Ty, helped me create this black floating frame around it. The black is important because all of the light fixtures have a bit of black in it, so we wanted to bring that back into the artwork. We also have this lovely rug from Ruggable, which marries that black back into the room. Also, this is a pet-friendly rug because it's washable and it's low pile, so Pony can scratch at it and it won't get ruined. We also have amazing built-ins that came with the apartment. People ask me all the time, like, how did you get that bookshelf? It came this way. And I find a lot of these pieces here and there. I thrift for them. We also have some original Me Make Pretty pieces. That's my home decor brand. So we have some stuff that we've made and some stuff that I've thrifted. A lot of these white pieces, like this one, And this one, these were glass pieces and I painted them white using baking soda to give it a little bit more of like a texture to it. You can kind of see they're extra textured, but this one was ceramic and this one was glass, but made them look really cool. Oh, look, there's the price tag still on it. See, I went to Goodwill and got myself a $1 piece of glassware, painted it, and now it looks like a really cool, modern, unique piece that sits on the shelf. We picked white and black decor pieces to go onto the shelf just to mirror that white, black, minimal tone to the room and let the couch and the mural kind of speak for itself. So we have this gorgeous mural in the middle of these bookshelves. When we were painting the room, we started with the checkered mural. We put all the furniture in and I was like, the room is missing something. And we decided to paint this giant circle mural so that when you walk into the room and you turn your head, like one of the first things you see is this beautiful circle mural, and it just brings your attention straight to the end of the room and you can see Hollywood and downtown and even the Netflix building from outside the view. I think because I grew up with horses, I always wanted to have a horse again in my adulthood. So I just thought if I can't have a horse, then I'm gonna have a little mini pony instead. She's partially named after the Outsiders book, but also mainly because I just love horses and I just thought it'd be so cute to have a cat named Pony. She's also my boss and my coworker. She acts sometimes like my mother. She keeps me in check. She is a ham on camera and she loves working side by side with me. She's just like the best animal I have ever met in my whole entire life. She's a very chatty cat too. Another thing that came with the apartment is this beautiful fireplace. I cannot take credit for it. It's original from when they built it. I think this building is actually like 100 years old or so, says the landlord. But yeah, it's got this beautiful wood engraved mantle, beautiful tile, and I just love it. And that's why I picked the room to be more green and blue hues to match this fireplace, because there's this gorgeous green color and some blue hidden in the tiles. So that's kind of what inspired the color scheme of the living room. This is like our reading nook and Pony's favorite spot to watch squirrels. Isn't that right, Pony? Yeah, she loves watching squirrels out the window. These two chairs are from Scout Design, and this lamp is probably one of my favorite thrifted scores. I got it at the Rose Bowl flea market, and I don't think the guy knew what he was selling because he sold it to me for $80, and it has real marble as the base. It's so heavy, I can't even pick it up myself. And this antique brass fixture. And I put a Philips Hue light inside it so that it can change any color. So it's just one of my favorite pieces that I've found for barely anything. I love hunting for the deals. I'm originally from Riverside area, specifically a little town called Norco, which is a cute little country bumpkin town in Southern California. There's no sidewalks, it's all horse trails. There's not even street lamps. So I grew up riding horses, chasing chickens, just completely barefoot country. And I moved to Los Angeles about 10 or so years ago, somewhere after college, kind of leaving my small town, heading to the big city. I was pursuing a career in photography at the time, and then once COVID hit, I was completely out of photography work because production shut down. You couldn't have more than 5 people in a room, so I was out of a job and was trying to figure out a way to cope with the loss of my career at the time. And I picked up paintbrush, started painting my walls. I started taking photos of myself and my cat just to just to let out, you know, some creativity, and I was posting all of that online, and almost overnight my account blew up. People loved Pony. They loved all the murals that I was doing. So it kind of, my current career was an accident, but I absolutely love it and I wouldn't change a thing. So we weren't really sure what we wanted to do with this area at first because the living room is so large. Like, we don't need any more places to sit. We don't. So we wanted to make our own bar area. We love hosting and having friends over. So we have this huge cabinet that we sourced a little from here and a little from there. We got this whole bar, I don't know what you call this cabinet from St. Vincent's, and it was white actually when we got it, and it did not have any handles, so we installed our own handles. We sanded it, repainted it. One of my favorite things about this is that they're push to open, which is just not a feature that you see every day. There's our collection of alcohol for you. We built this out so it could carry all of the glassware and the alcohol, but I just love that push to open and push to close. It's so satisfying. This piece came completely separate from this. This was actually found on the side of the road. It was free 99. And we sanded it and painted it the same color so that they match and they kind of go together now. We put these beautiful handle fixtures in there, and then when you open it, we have this gorgeous Gucci wallpaper inside, which is just a fun little surprise when you open it. I scored this wallpaper from a mural gig that I was working for, and they were stripping the walls and remodeling the whole place while I was painting a mural, and I noticed that they were stripping the walls of Gucci wallpaper, and I was like, can I please have some of that? If you're just gonna throw it away, like, can I have it? So they gave me it, and then I repurposed it on the inside of this cabinet. So I have my own little Gucci wallpaper in the house. Me Make Pretty originally started as a tile business where we made tiled furniture, and I asked my boyfriend Ty if he could hand custom make a unique curtain tie back. And he came up with this lovely design. It's completely made out of tile and grout, and I just love it because it's so unique. No one else has it. It's black and it's white, and it just brings back in those subtle bits of black and white throughout the whole room. I just think it's so unique. I love it. I grew up playing the piano, and one of my biggest desires in this world was to have a pink piano. I saw one on Pinterest once, and I was like, I gotta have a pink piano. So I found this piano off of Craigslist. It was completely wood, just brown, boring, and I just sanded it and repainted it and made it my dream pink piano. I just think it's such a cool statement piece in the room. Even though there's not much pink in the room, the room is all green and blue. I didn't care. I don't care. There's nothing that's gonna make me get rid of this pink piano. I still kept it in the room even if it doesn't match. I love this pink piano. This is another Me Make Pretty original tiled piece. We don't sell or make these anymore, so it's a nice little reminder of how we all got started. Welcome to the dining room. This is one of my favorite rooms because I have custom painted this ceiling mural. This was my first time painting a ceiling mural, so there was a little bit of difficulty in it, but I'm super proud of it. There's also another mural back here, the scalloped kind of doorway mural, and I thrifted this beaded curtain. It was only like a couple bucks. I thought it would be so cute to add to the frame and separate the hallway from the dining room and give a little bit more privacy. There's a lot of thrifted pieces throughout the whole house. One of my favorites is in the dining room. These thrifted mirrors with this engraved birds of paradise. I found two, so I was able to put them on either side. I was trying to create this kind of godly effect so that when you're sitting at the head of the table over there and you look at me this way, it just is in full frame. I am a big avid thrifter. I love thrifting. That's what I do basically on all my spare time. I found a lot of these pieces of arts all over the States. These ones specifically I found in Florida. This one I found at a Goodwill somewhere here in LA. And these giant vases that hold the pampas were actually bright red glass that I painted and used that baking soda technique to make them textured. So I like getting pieces, repurposing them, and giving them a new lease on life. You just never know what you're gonna find when you're thrifting. So I scroll through all the nooks and crannies of thrift stores. I go through all of the different paintings and their decor section. A lot of times too, if you don't like the piece of art in the frame, you can repurpose the art and keep the frame. So like, for example, if I didn't like this piece of art, but I really loved this frame, then I can paint over this piece or put something else in there and use the frame. Or if you like the art and you don't like the frame, you can paint over the frame. This was like really boring gray colored frame that I painted black just to match the rest of the black tones in the room. So there's so much that you can do with thrifted pieces. As long as you got the bones there, paint can make it completely different. And welcome to the kitchen. I didn't know what I was gonna do in here when we first moved in because I'm not used to having such a large kitchen. So one of the first things we did is added this kitchen island to give us a little bit more space to hold things, you know? We also added these bar chairs. My roommate did such a good job. These were actually blue and she painted them to match the room. We also had this refrigerator that was white, but I put wallpaper on top of it so that it would match the color of the room. Another renter-friendly hack, if you don't like the color of your refrigerator, you can always add wallpaper to it. And this is just peel and stick. So when we move out, we can just take it off, use a little Goo Gone, good to go. The landlord will never know. We wanted to keep the colors more of this light sage green and apricot color. So you'll see like our microwave is this beautiful mint sage color. Our toaster is that as well, the kitchen island. And we also had this custom built bench. This is another Me Make Pretty original. My boyfriend Ty built this. The grout color we custom made to match the room. We also have a mini mural back here. This is one of my paintings, and then instead of adding a frame to the painting, I just painted like a squiggle mural to kind of make it look like it's framed. Another thing that you'll find in this room is our love for disco balls. We have this disco ball hanging installation by the window, and when the sun is setting, it hits the disco balls and just displays the light everywhere. We also have some disco balls up on the cabinets, as well as some plants that kind of vine and grow down. We also have a dishwasher, which I think is pretty cool in LA. I've never had a dishwasher before, so I feel very special that I have a dishwasher. And welcome to the patio. This is probably where I spend most of my time, to be honest. I love being outside, especially when the weather is nice. This is our lounge area. We like to lay out, get our tan on, soak up the sun, and just relax out here. It's just such a beautiful view. We also have this beautiful disco ball bar cart. This is where we keep our suntan lotion. When the sun comes in and hits this disco ball, it's a real party out here. And welcome to the other side of our patio. We're very spoiled here. We have so much room on this patio. Ty, my boyfriend, custom built this bench to perfectly fit inside of this area. We got cushions. We have views of the beautiful Hollywood sign. It's like one of our favorite places to just come, chill, sit. We even work from our computers out here. It's just a nice covered area. We also sometimes throw up a blanket and do a little movie projector night out here. It's a whole other room out here. It's a great seating area. We love hosting people, having friends that come out and show all of the views. There's just birds and nature and life out here. That's why I spend so much time outside, because it's so beautiful. My old apartment, I had no outside space. So when we moved in, I was like, I'm gonna spend all the time outside if I can. And Pony loves it out here too. She gets a chance to roll around, watch the birds, have a cat nap in the sun. We love it. I think most of my wardrobe has color. I do have like white t-shirts and some basics that I can pair with colorful things, but I love color. So I feel kind of boring if I don't wear color every day. I'm named after the color of champagne and also a celebratory symbol because my mom had a hard time getting pregnant. So the birth of champagne was just like a yay, oh my God, we're having a baby. What I love most about my home are the details of the architecture, like the arches in the ceiling. We have a beautiful tiled fireplace. There's built-in bookshelves. There's just all these little really pretty, intricate, antique moments scattered throughout the apartment. I think the landlord kept the integrity of the apartment as it aged, and I really appreciate that. Welcome to my bedroom. You'll notice this room is very different than the rest of the house. This is the room that I actually do a lot of my film shooting, my TikToks, my Instagram stuff with Pony. So I left this room very white so that it's ideal for coloring film. Even my bed is very minimal and white. I didn't want any color bouncing so that when we're filming, it just looks bright, white, and clean. I also have some really cool thrifted pieces in this room, including this thrifted mirror and dresser. We have more Me Make Pretty tiled pieces that Ty made. And you'll notice that a lot of these vases all over the place on the dresser and the shelf are all Me Make Pretty. So yeah, so a lot of times I'm sitting here and like filming, and this is a great backdrop. This is just the place that we shoot all of our products, all our lifestyle films and photos. So we've left it very minimal and clean. This whole area is really cool because it's another built-in shelf, and there's a secret compartment in this bench. This is where I keep all of Pony's costumes. It's a little disorganized, but this is where I keep all of her hats and dresses and sunglasses, all of her collection of purses. She's got just as many clothes as I do. Look at all that. She's got collars, necklaces, sunglasses, and we keep all of her toys and her collection of catnip. You know what? Her and I have, people are so talented. I've had a lot of really talented people send us matching hats. So probably one of my favorite pieces of hers is something that I also have that matches. This hand bucket hat that was gifted to her. Isn't this so cute? And I have a matching one too. She's got this hand sewn beret with a little tie, and I also have a matching one. She's got little sun hats. That one's really cute. We also I've kind of done a lot of work to the closets because it's very tiny and I don't have a lot of room in there. So I put an extra shelf up there because I'm kind of a shoe addict. I got a disco ball up here because, again, I love disco balls. All my shoes, my purses, dresses, shirts, skirts, belts, and then I have Pony's water and food in here, which may seem odd, but me and Pony share this bedroom. We have a roommate, so we want our own privacy, so I leave all of her stuff in my bedroom. There's also a window in the closet, which I think is just so cool and unique. I got this piece. It's a 2-piece set. There's embroidered unicorns and rainbows. I got this thrifted in Joshua Tree. This apparently was a rodeo queen's rodeo outfit. The pants are really, really long, and I can't bring myself to get them hemmed because Oh, there's just so much detail on the bottom that I'm like, how could I, if I hem this, it loses all the detail. So I probably will never actually wear it, but I just think it's so cool that this was a rodeo queen's rodeo outfit. But it is very long. Like it sits here, it needs like a good 1.5 foot cut off for me to actually make it wearable. She either was really tall, or I think when you sit on the horse's back, like your legs are just a little bit longer with the boots. I don't know. I've got these boots. I just really love them. They're embroidered. They're really unique. I paid $60 for them, which really isn't a steal, but how could you say no? If you see these, wouldn't you have bought them too? I have a lot of cowboy boots. I'm a country girl at heart, so I have a wide collection of country boots. These ones got rhinestones on them. I also have just a lot of cool handmade pieces that brands have sent me. This is from Zigzag Goods. They hand painted all these smileys. I also love collecting rodeo belts. I guess I just love horses way too much. I'm a horse girl grown up. More cool rodeo belts for you. I've got cow print pants, hot pink pants, space jumpsuit silver metallic pants, wackadoo abstract pants. Kind of overflowing with clothes a little bit here. That's why I sell a lot of vintage at my flea markets, but I love fashion. I love clothes. Welcome to the bathroom. One of my favorite places for many reasons. I am a big avid bath taker. I love taking baths, and I thought it would be really fun to hang a bunch of plants from the ceiling and make it feel like I was bathing in the jungle. What's more peaceful than bathing in the jungle, I think. They've grown as, these plants have grown quite a bit since we've moved in. They didn't initially look all viney and overgrown. We've had the apartment for 2 years, so they've had 2 full years to grow. This one, I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually crawling up the wall. Like the nodes of the plant have kind of grafted themselves onto the wall. It's pretty cool. I love this bathroom because there's tons of original tile all over the place. There's this beautiful tile on the floor also. When we moved in, this tile, actually the grout, was very dirty looking, and I hand painted and scrubbed the floor and brought this back to life. It's looking a little dingy now. It probably needs a second coat, but when we first moved in, like it looked so dirty. Grout Renew is the product that I use to make the grout white again. So there's a lot of DIY refurbishing in here. I repainted all of the cabinets to make them match. I added this hardware. We went to town on the gallery wall. It's just such a funky, cool bathroom. I thought it needed just a little bit more funkiness, so I just went to town with adding a little bit of this and that with a ton of thrifted pieces. These are just pieces that I've found during my journey of thrifting. This was given to me from a brand. This was actually given to me from a close friend. I painted this one. I found this, the Last Supper, came with this pink frame. I didn't paint the pink frame, it came that way. And I was like, this is kind of funny, I like it. Let's put it in the bathroom. This wicker shelf was so gross and brown and just falling apart when I got it. So I cleaned it up, sanded it, and spray painted it blue to match the same blue that's found in this tile. And it just looks so cool now. This is like my vanity area. It's where I get ready, do my makeup, do my hair. I just feel like a princess in here getting ready. Also, the bathroom has this beautiful arched tile to it. There's just a lot of really cool antique features throughout the whole house that I love, because sometimes when you move into places, landlords find the need to modernize and update the apartment, and I love it when they don't do that. Like, keep the original tile, keep the original architecture, don't change anything. I love the uniqueness of all that, so I really love this place in that regard. We did change out all of the lighting though in the house. They had, you know, just the really ugly boob lightings everywhere, so we changed everything. All the lights in the house are from Mitzi. Home is my sanctuary. It's the place that I get to completely be myself, untethered, unjudged.
Thanks for watching. For more Homeworthy content, be sure to like and subscribe.